I woke up, the power had gone off, and I'm hearing these horrible sounds outside. And so I woke my wife. I said, what is going on? It sounded like shots. So I went out on the porch, and it was in February, I think the 15th. But these trees had ice on them, about 2 inches thick, and they were just busting. Some of them were falling down, tops were coming out. It sounded like a war. This is crazy. This can't be. It blocked our road, put our power out for a week. Our phone was out for 2 weeks. And it damaged the woods, I thought, irreparably. But, again, I had some friends. I had Tim Wilson, Service Forester. Okay, I called him. I said, Tim, you can come out here and help me. And so he came out. I had another older guy that worked in forestry, and he came out. And we spent a half a day just walking over this one hill because it was just trees everywhere, laying everywhere. And he finally told me, you need to think about having a salvage cut where some of the worst areas were, clear cut it. And so we did. We clear cut. Some of the areas that had a lot of maples and poplars, they were just decimated. And so we just went in and had a clear cut. Actually got some money out of it because the maples, the hard maples, were veneerable. They may have been damaged in the tops. The tops may have come out, but the actual trunk and up 20 feet was still in good shape. So we sold a lot of that for veneer and came out really good on it. But the old man that came out, I can't remember his name, but he looked at the woods. I said, it's terrible. I couldn't even look at it for a long time. It just made me sick. I'd been up in the woods improving it and doing all this TSI and all this, and I had a beautiful woods, and then it looked terrible. And he said, you're going to be surprised how fast it comes back. He said, the first couple of years, you're going to see some weird-looking shapes from the trees that are still there. And he was exactly right. Because all the energy would come up, and maybe the tops would come out of them, maybe just a few branches were there. All the leaves and all the energy went into that area. So you had these weird-looking clumps of leaves. But 14 years later, can't even tell it was done.
Would you mind saying again what this used to be and how long these woods have been here?
This woods has been here. The trees and plants that are there now, are here now, are all less than, I would say, 70 years old. Before that, this was cleared off. Anything that was halfway level, my grandfather would plant in wheat or corn, or he would pasture it and had cattle up here. He ran a dairy. My grandfather did. So all of this is, less than 100 years old, probably less than 70 years old.
And why did you decide to turn it back into woods?
I looked at this as, what can I do with this hill country? You can't raise crops on it. The soil is poor. It's been depleted. And so I was a member of the SOFA, Southern Ohio Forest Land Owners Association. So I thought, we're going to make this into a tree farm. And so that's what it is. It's a tree farm. A lot of people, when I say that, they think Christmas trees. I did try to raise Christmas trees. And anyone who raises them, man, I appreciate you, because that's hard work. Plus, my son got married and wanted some land to put a house on, and where he wanted to build it was right where my Christmas tree plantation was. So we took all those out. But no, it's not Christmas trees. These are hardwood trees. Primarily, I've planted a lot of trees, oaks, and I won't harvest them. I mean, it'll be another 50 years before they're harvestable. But someone will. And so my goal was to put them in the ground and let someone else do the harvesting. And then after I did that for a while, and I realized I was never going to harvest the fruit of my work, I thought, well, there must be something else I could do. So then I started raising ginseng, and it only takes 10, 15, 20 years for ginseng, so it's a short time. And I have harvested some of the ginseng.
Can you make money off of anything that's out there before you're actually harvesting the trees in 50 years? Other than the ginseng as well.
That is the excellent question, and something that is, I've tried to propagate that idea. We live in southern Ohio, in this part of Appalachia, in a region that some of the best herbs grow, have been growing, and will grow in the future. There's areas on all of these farms around me that I could go in, I could plant ginseng and have beautiful ginseng. And the farmer could make a lot of money on it. But one of the things that really stops is, why do all that when someone's going to steal it? And so, yeah, there's a great potential in the woods in southern Ohio, in Scioto County. You can drive through the county and you can see beautiful woodlots, great areas. I guarantee you, I've gone on some of them. People have asked me to go and just, where could I plant ginseng? And I see beautiful spots where I know it will grow. But why plant it if someone's going to steal it? And I think that's why most people don't. But there's great opportunity that's being bypassed by woodlot owners. And I'd love to see more people get involved with it. Laws written that would protect the grower, laws enforced that would protect the grower, just so that the woods can produce that. And all the time, you're growing the ginseng and these other herbs, golden seal and cohosh and all these other ones, you've got trees growing. And those trees will be valuable as well. So you're using the land, I think, very effectively when you do that.